Today, we are going to talk about home site selection. There's a lot of different selections that we can do when we choose homes, and what you're looking for really, and what I try to do with my clients is we'll view the map, and on that check out the locations, the surroundings, the total area. And I find it extremely helpful to also view on the satellite. And most important and most critically is to walk the home site. That's extremely important as well. So with that, what we do, come here. All right, here is one of the satellite images. It just really helps you out a lot to see what the surrounding area looks like as well. This is the courtyards on River Bluff. It has two entrances, which for clients, that's a very positive, in that these home sites, once we're done with construction there, they will never see another construction truck. So you want to look at different things like that when choosing your home site. Also, what is the surrounding area to it? As in, these home sites are rear courtyards. They look out on this green space. This tiered area goes upward. So it's an upward slope of the land, gives all of these homes even more privacy. This street is called Butts Road. We have Riverside Drive and South Section Line. Most of the traffic will be on these two streets. So if you're looking at it for a home site, there will not be as much traffic here. So these are great home sites. As well, this one has its own private view of a pond. That's such a great, excellent home site. And then here there's spacing in between. That's because there's ravines. You're by the river, so there's a great roll to the land here as well. So different things you want to think about. And we don't always have the luxury of knowing what's going in beside, but what we can do is look at the area beside and think of it practically. There's a huge green empty space here. Chances are high that in the future that will be developed. So different things like that you want to look at when you're looking at home site selection. So this is, and I'll back up again. I'm going to show you the view from the back of this home site. So we have the pond and we have this area with a walking path. So right here is that walking path. This has just been newly done. So if this is the worst it will look, you will have some nice grass there. Of course, this orange fencing that we do for the environment will go away. And then this is the pond as well. That is, you saw off to the one side of that house. I'm going to shoot over to the ravines, and that's across from the original Olentangy High School. I won't go through all the communities, but I just wanted to give you a flavor. So the last site map that I showed you was a satellite image. This map that I'm showing you is a typical one that is loaded on our website when you're looking at it. So this entire area is part of the community. That's why it's pictured on this map. It will stay green space. This stream, and I actually have walked it, comes up like this, shoots across, and then goes back down that way. So we're going to focus next on this home site and then this home site. So for this home site, when you look at the land from the street, it looks pretty nice. You know, you see nice area here and trees in the background. You cannot just step out or look at the dirt from the car, actually, for that matter, but you really need to walk the entire home site to do it justice. So great lot. Look at the back of this home site. It's amazing. It's amazing. So this is where that stream goes through. It's an excellent roll to the land. These are walkout home sites on this particular home site. There is a green or a metal fence down there. And of course, this construction fence will go away when we're completed. It's just to keep the stream clean. Now we're going to flip over to this home site and see what we have. So As you can see, there's a larger pond. There will be a fountain here. This pond is actually an overflow pond, but from its courtyards, the views are fantastic. So here's the courtyard. This client put in the pet potty turf and chose stone instead of mulch. But look, there's a 4-foot fence all the way around the home site. So when you look at it from that, this is the overflow pond that I said, it won't always have water in it. But look at this, they just have a great view. And when you're standing right here, looking out, this is your view. And again, this is the worst time to see it. It's winter time, there's no leaves on. Imagine this in the summer and spring and fall, just absolutely gorgeous. I'm going to take you over to Clear Creek. So again, here's a third type of map to look at. We looked at the satellite. We looked at the colored map that is on our website. And then here is a simple black and white rendering. I, of course, marked it up with marker with the green for trees and blue for pond. But we're going to focus on this home site. It's an inside home site. A lot of people, say that they want corner home sites. I love inside home sites because of the privacy that it offers. This is for sale. There is nothing on it. So here we're going to look at that. So when you're standing at the street looking into that home site, this is your view. Okay. So then I came up, stood here, took this picture back the other way. So you're going to be your view of this area. Okay. So back out toward there. And then you go to the back of the home site again. This is just absolutely gorgeous. With greenery is just a fantastic home site, real home run. Your premiums are less on inner home sites than they are on corner home sites. And I'll show you some courtyard pictures. It's just a real gem. Here are a couple of corner home sites. So this one's at Clear Creek. It's right on Gooding as well. So there's a lot of trees planted here. That's not typical, but I went right here and took this picture because I wanted to show the back of it. It does have a 6-foot privacy fence, but all the rest is a 4-foot metal fence. This will be your typical corner home site. Usually there's a 6-foot vinyl fence on the back and the side. Always in front, we have a 4-foot black metal fence with a gate. So home sites, there are some communities where we can only have black metal. Here again is an example of that. You don't have privacy, but if you have black metal, you have a great view. Now, this home is truly for someone who loves to be on all the activities because it's overlooking the clubhouse and the pool. They're going to have a lot of company. Okay. Now here, I wanted to show you a corner home site again and what it looks like on the outside as well as the inside. The front in all of our communities, you will have a black metal fence with a gate. And yes, it is lockable. And then most corner home sites have the 6-foot vinyl fence across the side and the rear of the home. So just really nice area. There's pet potty turf, the stones, the typical concrete patio. You can use pavers on that. And truly we can do as much or as little to your home site as you'd like. This is showing you pretty darn close to standard courtyard when you have a home beside you. They have a covered porch. They have the 6-foot vinyl fencing across the rear of the home. Mulch in this entire area is standard. This client upgraded with a stone and pebble walkway. Then this was just taken this morning. And again, these are the worst that you will ever see the courtyards. And I think they look fantastic. But this client actually added a gate to the back of her 6-foot fence because she has a daughter that just lives 3 homes down on the other side. And there's green space here. And she has a little pet, a couple of pet dogs. So for her, she liked that because she had more area to take them for walks. What I truly love about being next to a home is the backdrop for all of your plants. Looks absolutely fantastic against siding. It looks good against the vinyl as well, but it really pops with the dark hues of the siding. And in our communities, you absolutely will not look out your windows into another neighbor's window. This is the most you will ever see, and it's typically a shower or could be a bedroom on some of ours, or the den. And it's a very high up transom window. It's about 6 feet up or 7 feet up. Okay, this is a home site, and I'm going to show you, these are actual residence courtyards. They are not models. And I think that's very important to hear because, you know, we do have the lifestyle, the community flair and everything, and all the residents really get into it. This is a covered porch, and some of the things that they chose for their home. I love this. It's like being in Margaritaville. They put in that pond as well with a fountain in it and all the pelicans and everything. I get it. Oh, and did you notice here? There's sand with sand buckets. So their grandkids or, you know, whatever, get to go out and have fun in the sand, or maybe if they've had it at the end of the day, they take off their shoes and pour a margarita and just walk through the sand. So here again shows how fantastic it looks with a home next to you. This is a pet potty turf. This is a stone walkway and mulch. Again, a couple more. And just see how the landscaping pops next to that as well. And our courtyards really are huge. So you have enough for, get the outdoor flair without the overwhelming of maintenance and everything on it too. So this is, yep, there's a stream there. And here's a stone walkway and patio pavers on this one. This is again showing some different shots. These are all client courtyards. They are not model courtyards. So yes, you're in a community, but guess what? Super yes, you get to customize your own private space pretty much any way you choose. So this one actually put in a wooden walkway, pavers, and then you saw the stone walkways as well. I wanted to talk to you about a more tight community where the houses, the separation's the same as all of our other communities. It's just there's quite a bit going on. What I have seen here at Riverside Drive are just absolutely fantastic choices in the courtyards, and they are really shaping up. I cannot wait for this summer to have some pictures of that. But even with that, there are plenty of areas for vistas. And one thing that I found that is just a sheer delight is even here, when you pull out of your driveway, your view is 100% of the river and all the trees and everything. It's absolutely gorgeous. There's more interesting courtyards here as well, because there's 60 feet of elevation change between the street and the top part of the community. Any realtors on this call? So if you're not a realtor, I want you to be aware that there are realtors and there are clients on this call. Please, realtors, if you don't mind, type in now in the comments section all of your contact information. And I do share that on YouTube, as well as I send that out to Facebook. If you're a client and you're looking for a realtor, you want somebody that's informed, and they are always looking out for your best interest, and they get you the most. Tommy, sorry, hold on one second. Tommy, could you mute yourself?
Okay.
Thank you. So everyone, with the realtors on this call, they have taken time out of their busy schedule to partake in this call, to learn more and to be the best value to you. So if you don't already have a realtor, I highly recommend that you reach out to any one of these agents. They're absolutely fantastic. I actually know all of them. And that will help you out a lot. So Kelly, are there any questions out there, or does anyone have any questions on home site selection?
No questions yet. Lots of great information for your realtors.
Okay. And just so that you know too, if you're wondering, your experience when you come in the door is I spend most of my time asking you questions. It doesn't matter what we have if it's not what you're looking for. So I want to find out about what your home's like now, what you've outgrown, and what you'd like to have in your next home, and what's the favorite that you've seen so far. So I spend a lot of time asking questions, digging down in. That way we can find not just the best community or best area, but the best home site, and most importantly, your new home as well. So just some things that you get when you come here. And yes, I do sell in all of our communities. I do cross sell, so it doesn't matter on that. So any questions?
No questions?
No questions. Okay.
I was impressed with those photos. Amazing what people were doing.
Oh, isn't it great?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and that's not, I mean, I just put a few that I have on there. There's just, it's so much fun to see what people are doing to their private space.
Yeah, I'm a little jealous.
Okay, well, that sounds good. Next week, I believe I have scheduled so far that I will try to focus on Highland Run, our Jerome Village location. I think it helps to focus on these different areas as far as things that there are to do, activities to see and partake in. And that way you should be able to hone in on what you'd like to do. I want to give everyone a heads up. Something that we have coming in April is I will be doing a Zoom happy hour. And anyone that would like to partake, you will get wine shipped to your house. If you are local and we can do it, we will bring a charcuterie box to your house the day of or the day before. And it's tough to see all of our different floor plans. So we're actually going to tour you through 6 of our floor plans and pair it with a wine. So we should be putting out a Facebook post pretty soon. Share that with all your clients. Let's get more in, because then they're not having to drive all around town to look at these different homes too. So we're putting it together, and hopefully we'll have that finalized within 2 weeks.
Now that's a wine pairing you don't get very often.
Isn't it great? Oh, okay. Thank you, everyone. For any other questions before I go off?
Hey, Jeannie. I've got, I'll just type it out. I'll type it out. I've got a background noise. Oh, okay. Never mind. So I wondered if, Buckeye, you may have already said this on the one by that you were just talking about, that community. Is that Buckeye Valley schools taxes, or is that Olentangy school taxes?
River Bluff is Buckeye Valley. Riverside
Okay.
is Dublin.
Okay, great. Thanks.
Yeah, so super low taxes. So if you want your best taxes, you have River Bluff, which it does have a CDA. So even with that, it's 0.019 times the price of the home. Most places are around 3% in Columbus anymore, in all locality. The second lowest would be the Grove City location, the Courtyards at Beulah Park. And that's because it has a 15-year, 100% property tax abatement. It does have an NDA, new development assessment. And once everything is complete, that goes away. And that is $7,505.23 per home. So you could live down there without any property taxes for a few years. Or Hoover had no property taxes for 1.5 years down there.
Wow.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. So, all right. Any other questions? Hey, thank you all for your time. I greatly appreciate it. And I'll see you next week.
Thanks, Jeannie.
Yep. Thank you.